The Sopranos was a show that shook up the entertainment world. It was a groundbreaking and innovative series that did things on television that had never been done before, paving the way for the current generation of high-quality television entertainment. The exploits of mob boss Tony Soprano made him a household name, and the gritty series a cultural milestone. More than a decade after the show concluded, and after the death of Tony Soprano actor James Gandolfini, his son Michael will take up the mantle of Tony Soprano and play the role that cemented his father as acting royalty. The Many Saints of Newark is a prequel movie to the series, directed by Alan Taylor, one of the directors of the original series, and written by David Chase, creator of The Sopranos. The movie is scheduled to be released later this year, although take that with a pinch of salt, as the release of the film has been delayed at least twice now. The movie will showcase the early years of Tony Soprano and what made him the man he would eventually become, exploring the relationship between him and his mentor, Dickie Moltisanti, with the story centered around the Newark race riots of the 60s. Speaking to Vanity Fair feature about his father, Michael Gandolfini said, "Because he was beloved down there, I would get jobs I was unqualified for, like working at a body shop at 8 years old." However, Michael doesn't feel that nepotism has played a part in him landing the role of Tony Soprano, adding, "I had this unspoken trust that David wasn't going to cast me if there was even a shred that this isn't going to work." On the film's plot, Michael said, "It's an origin story through the eyes of Dickie Moltisanti. The Tony Soprano we know has this beautiful vulnerability underneath his rough exterior. But what if we flip that on its side and you watch a creative, hopeful, kind, curious kid get whittled down and formed into what he has to be?" On his relationship to the show, Gandolfini said, "My dad didn't want me to see Tony Soprano. The violence, the angry, the mean. Of course, I would visit him on set and would spend time with him in his trailer, but I had never watched the show. I never knew Tony Soprano. I only knew my dad." In order to prepare himself for the role, Michael watched all 6 seasons in 6 weeks, and describing the experience, he said, "It was really hard to watch my dad. So I started by recording 4 hours of his monologues with Melfi and walked the streets of New York with them constantly playing in my ear." The Sopranos. It transcends everything: Republican, Democrat, patriarchy, and matriarchy. In related news, Leslie Odom Jr. has opened up about his role in The Many Saints of Newark, revealing that his character works for the DiMeo crime family. He said, "I work for the family. It's about a pivotal summer in young Tony's life, and we're looking at the Newark riots." When asked about the portrayal of black characters in the film and the frankness that came with the Sopranos series on related topics, Odom Jr. said, "It is a frank approach, absolutely. It is still, in a lot of ways, the story of the family that we love, the Sopranos. That is not my story. I was a happy artist," he added, describing his experience on working on the film. "I was very happy to talk about how the immigrant story rubbed up against the story of disenfranchised black people at that time. It was quite literally incendiary. The city was on fire." For more videos and related content, consider subscribing to the channel, and thanks for watching.